You know, just ignoring me isn't going to help. How many times do I have to tell you I know what I did was wrong?
Go and get your school bag and don't forget your PE kit.
I swear it won't happen again if you just listen to me.
Why should I listen to you, Jack? Robert is just a kid. I can't believe that you hit him. What on earth possessed you?
I don't know. It was just... You weren't there. You know, he was going on at me about the farm.
So what? You're an adult. You should be able to handle a bit of stick. Nothing justifies what you did.
Sarah, please.
Morning.
We better be going.
Robert, I'm sorry, lad. If you just let me explain. Robert!
Any signs of life from Ollie and Mark?
I heard the bathroom door slam shut.
Do you want to go and hurry him up?
I've got to get to the yard.
Before you go...
You're on afters, aren't you?
Sean. I'll be home late.
I don't know where your dad puts it. All that drink.
Well, he's like a camel, isn't he? Stores it in his hump.
Good morning, Zach.
Is it?
Fancy some sausages?
No, I think I'll pass on that. Give it to pigs.
I can't do that.
Why not?
It could be a relative. It'd be like Butch having fried Nelly for breakfast. How would you feel if he did that?
Relieved.
We're going to have to talk to Lisa, Dad. You're right, Max. Look at the state of you. It's stupid. You're a prat. You know that, don't you?
Yeah.
Jack?
What are you doing here?
I thought that you might need a hand light.
No, I've done it. I've got to go to market. Shouldn't you be at school?
Well, I've got games and then geography. I hate geography. I mean, you just learn about volcanoes and that. I mean, what's the point? There's no volcanoes on farm, is it?
Well, some might say there were. Don't think you should miss any more school.
Well, I could get your hand at market. Anyway, I do want to learn something. I'm in best place, aren't I?
Oh, Andy. No, not really. Not if you want to learn any sense.
I don't want to learn any sense. I want to learn how to run this place. Same as you.
What sort of flour?
Cornflour. You said you'd have everything I needed, remember?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I can get you some in for next week.
Who's that idiot one?
A good woman, if you ask me. What's up with you?
Nothing.
What's going on, Scott? Look at you. You've been moping around like a bear with a sore head all weekend.
Yeah, well, I've got a sore head. I had a run-in with Terry.
Terry? Why? What's he done?
I found out that Richie and Chris had decided to go into business together. A sort of take-Dale-take merger.
So? That's good, isn't it? I mean, you should get plenty of money out of Chris.
Yeah, Richie will. I won't, because he didn't tell me about it. Not part of the deal, nothing to do with me. Went round the home farm the other day to ask Chris what was going on.
What did he say?
Nothing. He got Terry to throw me out.
He did what? Right, that's it. If he thinks he can treat my son like muck, then he's got another think coming.
Sorry, have you got a minute? You're not very busy.
Yeah, what is it?
Things at home, Sean, kids. I'm really worried.
Well, I'm the expert on domestic crises.
You're a friend. Look, it was something Mark said the other night.
Look, Angie, I'm really sorry, but I just can't handle this. I've got enough problems of my own.
Sarah will kill me if she finds out. Still. Didn't really stop off just to give me a hand, did you?
Yeah. All right. I'm worried about you.
780, 36 kilos, 788, 28,
Jack,
28, 28,
you and Robert, what happened? I don't want you to let it get in the way of things. I mean, he didn't know it's the end of the world.
Well, it feels like that to me. Now, my dad used to knock me about. Didn't know that, did you? Well, it's not something you shout about. I still remember it, you know. That feeling. Walking around on eggshells all the time. Wondering what mood he was in.
Aye, but you're not like that.
Aren't I? Oh, Andy. One hit. That's all it takes. And you lose something you can't get back. Not ever. And the worst thing is, I know how Robert feels. I blame myself, you see, for my dad. Always did.
I know. My dad belted me.
Well, you'll know how Robert's feeling.
The thing with my dad is, he was never really that sorry. If he had been, I wouldn't be here now. He'd have stopped robbing when I asked him to. He was a nutcase, my dad. Robert knows that you're not like him. Hey, watch it.
Sorry, lad.
John?
Oh, and I firmed up 2 trips this morning. Places of historic interest and a day at the seaside. What do you think?
Let me see. This Tate Tours thing takes off. We have to wear peaked caps and blazers.
And gold braid. Always wanted to wear gold braid.
If you keep on taking the mick, it'll be sooner than you think.
I hate to interrupt, but don't you two have lorries to take out?
Yeah, we're just going. See you later, Sean.
See you, mate.
Should be grateful they've got lorries to drive.
What do you mean?
Absolutely no spare capacity. Lisa's so far behind with her work, we'll soon be giving jobs away.
It's not as bad as that.
Yes, it is. She's not up to it.
Hang on, Chris. I mean, I'm no great fan of the Dingles, but Lisa's a good mechanic. It's just she's having a lot of personal problems at the moment.
I couldn't care less.
She's under pressure. I know how that feels.
Look, I'm not an agony aunt, Sean. We're running a business here. If Lisa's not doing her work, then get rid of her. It's your responsibility. Get it sorted.
I think they look really good. Keep them.
Well, this firm is in Bradford. Have they moved?
That's what it looks like.
I thought you might know.
Am I supposed to know everything round here?
Okay. Sorry I asked.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, mate. I had no right to shout at you like that.
Chris giving you an hard time, then?
I can handle him. It's Angie.
Why is she not well?
It's our marriage that's sick, not her.
You're joking.
It's true. It's like we're spiralling out of control. If we don't do something about it soon, we'll be finished.
Farm Sean, 90, 85, 80, 70, thank you, 76, 78, 77, 8, 78, 9, 79, 80.
Yeah, Emily's been worried sick. Could at least have got in touch.
I know, but it ain't that easy.
Talking to your own daughter? Yeah, well, maybe I'm the last person to talk.
Oh, no, Jack's right. You should try.
Wiley. I better get going. See you later, maybe.
Do you reckon that's his boss?
Yeah, poor devil. Reckon it is, unfortunately. Come on, we best get back. We won't want us gawping.
And he's got a lovely set of legs. What's that got to do with his cooking?
Not a lot, but it cheers me up.
Well, what we got here then?
If you're thinking of kidnapping her again, you can just think on.
I just wanted to talk.
Oh, right. So she's gone then, has she?
You are?
Nellie. Got a broomstick fixed. Got last train to Transylvania.
It's a bit uncalled for.
I'll take that as a no then. If I were you, I'd get on with the eviction and then have a bath because you stink like a brewery.
Yeah, well, I've been drowning my sorrows, haven't I? Come on, Flower, this is daft. Come home.
No, not until that woman is out of our home.
Yeah, but I'm your husband.
You want me back? I just need you to say 3 little words. Do you want me to tell you what them 3 little words are? Nellie. Bog off!
So when these coach tours start, does that mean there'll be no more lorries?
No, we'll do both.
Diversification.
That's right.
It's just what our careers teacher was going on about.
I'm impressed.
You don't need to sound so surprised. I do listen at school sometimes, you know.
Sorry. So did this careers teacher give you any idea about what you want to do?
Not really.
You know, don't you? If you ever want to talk about it, you only have to ask. What's so funny?
Well, we don't talk. We shout. And you do anyway.
We're talking now. I'm all yours.
Appreciate the offer, but some other time, maybe.
All, if I do shout at you, it's only 'cause I care about you. You know that, don't you?
Suppose so.
I'd do anything for you.
Well, will you talk to Mum?
You what?
That's what I really want you to do. You two are always arguing or ignoring each other. And it's horrible, Dad. You need to sort yourselves out. Don't give me any rubbish about me not being old enough to understand, because I know what's going on.
I still love you, Mother, you know.
Well, don't tell me. Tell her.
And I hardly see her, Bill. At least I get to see my kids. Probably too much of them. Mind you, Robert's been avoiding me.
I'm telling you, she will not be told. I don't know what goes on in that woman's head. It's up there with the Marie Celeste and the continuing popularity of the Bobby Charlton haircut. Complete mystery to me.
Aye, I know the feeling.
So, you and Sarah still not getting on then?
No. I did something really stupid last night. I ate Robert.
So? I've belted our butts for plenty in the past. Never done him no harm. I wouldn't worry about that.
I better let Jack tell you.
Mr. Sugden, Andy said you wanted to see me.
Yeah, me and Andy were in the market this morning in Houghton and we saw your dad.
What? You saw me dad? But I thought he'd gone away.
He was asking after you, how you were. I know he's been wanting to get in touch.
Then why hasn't he? All he's got to do is pick up the phone. Houghton, that's just down the road.
Well, I think he was embarrassed. He's working for somebody.
Shepherding. I bet that's why he hasn't been in touch. He can't when you're stuck up at Moors all day. He'd like that.
Well, no, he wasn't shepherding. He was just doing a bit of farm labouring to tide himself over.
Labouring? My dad. He'd never work for somebody else. Where is he? Did he say?
Well, I'm sorry, Emily. I don't know. But I'm sure he'll be in touch soon.
No, he won't. You don't know me dad. He used to have his own farm. He's a proud man, Mr. Sugden. So no, I don't think he will be getting in touch. Not now.
Hey, Emily, don't get upset like. Come on, please. We'll find him.
Yeah, the alcove table, I think. See, put of way.
Anton, you think of everything. But chill, of course. Yeah, we'll be there at 8. See you, Octo. Ciao.
Night out?
Quiet dinner?
At Luigi's. Usually means you've got a client to impress, or...
Are you fishing about my private life, Zoe?
No, of course not.
You're the one who always tells me I get too obsessed by work, so I'm going to spend a few hours trying to unwind.
I've just got Joseph out of the bath if you want to say goodnight.
Yeah, I'll be up in a minute. How is he?
He's fine.
We should spend more time discussing his progress. I'll tell you what. How about dinner? Tonight? If you're free.
Tonight? Yeah, okay.
There's a rather nice little place that I know.
Well, should I get changed?
Well, it's quite informal, but you might feel more comfortable. What? Don't wait up.
Where are the kids?
In the rooms.
It's not that late, is it?
I encouraged them. I wanted you to myself.
Did you?
Sit down. Have a glass of wine.
No, not for me. I just want to collapse in a heap.
I was thinking about you this morning. At work.
Having a bad day, were you?
He should have been at school.
I know, but he said...
It's all my fault. I said it with Gaines first, because... Well, I wanted to help Jack out on the farm.
Look, how many times, Andy, you have to go to school? What if the social worker finds out? How's it going to look? We've got the adoption hearing in a couple of days. Let's face it, we're in enough trouble as it is.
Don't take it out on him. It's my fault, not his.
I don't believe this. You're always looking out for him. You never look out for me, do you?
Robert, that's not true.
Yes, it is. If I bunked off school, I know what you'd do.
Look, I lost my temper, and I'm really sorry.
Yeah, right. That's all it ever is. Andy, Andy, Andy. All the flipping time. What about me?
Oh, come on, Robert. You know how difficult things are at the moment.
You hit me. You never hit him because you wish he was your son instead of me.
Oh, Robert, that's not true.
Yes, it is. You hate Dad and all. I heard you arguing, and you're right. He is a prat. I'm sick of you, I'm sick of him, and I'm sick of this stupid place.
Robert!
I'm not lying anymore. If that judge asks me, I'm telling him. I'll tell him how you hit me.
Ready for that wine now?
Sure.
A day out in historic Whitby.
Courtesy of Take Tours. That's what made me think about you at work. That school trip, just after we'd started going out together.
How could I forget?
Up behind the Abbey, remember? That poor old dear nearly choked on a sandwich.
We were lucky we didn't get ourselves arrested.
I couldn't keep my hands off you.
I wasn't complaining.
It was great.
It was a long time ago.
Well, there's no harm in remembering.
You mean the present's so lousy we may as well take refuge in the past?
Is that what you think I'm doing?
Maybe.
Thanks for a wonderful evening, Chris.
Well, it's not over yet. Why don't you put some music on?
That restaurant wasn't what I'd call informal, though. You should have told me more about it. Not that I've got anything to wear to a restaurant like that.
Well, that's easily solved. There are some very good dress shops in Harrogate. Perhaps we should visit them sometime.
Is that some sort of staff incentive scheme?
No, I was thinking of something rather more personal.
That's where I start to have a problem, Chris. I can't really work out where I stand with you.
Well, I'm sure we can both enjoy clarifying the situation.
I don't think so. Boss Nanny seems pretty clear-cut to me. Saves any more misunderstandings. I try not to make the same mistake twice.
And what would it take to persuade you that it wasn't a mistake?
Oh, well, that's something you'll have to work out for yourself. I'll give you something to do while you drink your drink and listen to your music. I'm going to bed.
I'm gonna make myself an omelette. Do you want anything?
Don't go just yet, love. We've managed to talk to each other for 5 minutes without one of us shouting. I can't remember the last time that happened.
Neither can I.
We both know we're in a mess. I want us to get out of it.
Do you?
It's mad. We've been married a long time. Stayed faithful. How many of our friends could say that?
Not many.
Must say something about us.
Maybe it just means we're frightened. Or we lack imagination.
And yeah, I know we should be history by now. Teenage romances aren't supposed to last. Well, ours has. We stayed together. And it's been good, hasn't it?
It's been good for a long time, but it's all gone sour.
A lot of that's down to me. I've done some stupid things, Ange. But I want to stay married to you.
Do you mean that?
Yeah.
We used to say we'd grow old together.
I still want that.
You don't want to cling on just out of habit.
No. I love you, Ange. I've always loved you. The thought of losing you. Don't leave me, Ange. Please. I hate what's happened to us. I hate it.
So do I.
We can put it right, can't we?
We can try. I don't want us to break up any more than you do.
You don't?
No. I wanted to talk to you for days, but I was scared. I didn't know how you'd react. So I shut up in my shell.
That's exactly how I felt.
I'm not saying it's all been your fault. But you've hurt me these past few months, Sean. That's why I need to know you're telling me the truth.
I am. I won't hurt you anymore, love. I promise.
There's one more thing I need to say.
Yeah.
I don't want us to stay together just for the kids. But because you're the man I want to be with. You're the man I want. And I need to know you feel the same way about me too.
I do. I'll prove it to you.